Apostle, you touched something that is very powerful, because I feel like in our generation, especially for us who are coming up, there's a problem whereby people expect you to be fully prepared. Now, one thing that I learned, I didn't come from the church, I came from a family of musicians.
Yeah, for sure.
And one thing that I discovered is that God teaches us on the go, and God doesn't wait for you to be a certain way in order for you to teach or to preach.
That's correct.
God always develops you. Now, it works both sides, whereby somebody may be used by God and they think they have made it. And there are others who understand that I'm being used despite my flaws, but God is raising me. I'll give you an example, is that when I was, I don't know if it's a prophetic thing, but it was very easy for me to be angry.
Wow.
And there's one day I got very, very upset.
Yes.
Because of something that happened with Andrew's mother. And I got so angry, and this is like maybe 2010. And I got so angry. And I was so upset that I felt like God has left me. It was so, I've never been angry like that in my life. And I was supposed to pray for somebody. Within 10 minutes, the person was in the hospital, and the family was coming to me to pray for them because they had had a stroke because of an accident. They were hit by something, and then they stroked, so they were not able to walk.
Wow.
They were in hospital, and they could speak, but they had no movement. They were paralyzed.
Yes.
So I was so angry, but then when the person came, I remembered that I had sinned against God.
Wow.
So I prayed out of guilt. But within 3 seconds, I remember the angel of the Lord telling me, stomp your foot down.
Wow.
And I didn't even believe that God was going to speak to me.
Wow.
And I stomped my foot down, and the woman said, I can feel in my legs, I can feel in my legs. Wow. He told me, move, shake your hands, and I shook my hands. Doing all this while I'm praying for on the phone. The woman within 3 minutes got out of the bed, and she started walking. She was actually Mary Catherine Baxter's sister.
Wow.
And I remember after that, I cried, Apostle. I cried before the Lord. And if I'm lying, may the Lord strike me dead. I cried because I realized that my flaws will not stop God.
Wow.
But it's to my benefit if I grow in God.
Wow. Wow.
So you saying what you're saying, it's a true problem now, because if you're not fully developed or you have errors, people ignore the part of God. They see the human element, not understanding that what proves that it is God that is with you is the fact that you are flawed.
Come on.
But His grace is covering you.
Jesus.
And His grace is using you. He's not using you because you are good, but He's using you because He is good.